everybody, welcome back to the Celestial Heart. If you're new here, hello, my name is Samantha. I am a psychic healer, tarot reader, and also an intuitive artist. This channel's mission is all about helping you return to the vibration of love or above, our natural state, through the process of healing, integration, creativity, and simply finding inspiration all around you. In today's video, we're going to be doing a pick a card reading to help determine what you need to heal right now. I know that so many of us are going through a lot of emotions, some turmoil in their lives, uncertainty because of the political climate, the stress of the planet at this moment. And I think in my heart of hearts, if people start working on themselves and determine what they need to heal on a personal level, they'll end up filling their own cup slowly but surely, and that overflow will just affect everybody else around them, and the domino effect sets in place, and everybody ends up raising the vibration of the planet. So if you are as excited as I am, go ahead and hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified on every single video that I do in the next couple of weeks. And without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, everybody, so before we get started, we're going to be doing a candle blessing. Clearing at this moment. In the name of divine truth, love, and light, let all information come from my highest self, for the highest truth and the highest good of all beings everywhere. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so, it is so, it is so. I now call upon Source God, my highest self, and all my unconditionally loving angels, guides, and ascended masters that work through Source God and my higher self for the purposes of delivering healing messages to the collective consciousness, especially to those who are watching this right now. All right. Okay, Soul Fam, now that we have done our blessing, we're going to go ahead and do the pile selection. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and take 3 deep cleansing breaths. You can follow my lead. 1, 2, 3, 'Now that you have done your 3 deep cleansing breaths, I would like you to select a pile that resonates with you the most. Use all your senses and your intuition to determine this. This is pile number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Once you have made your pile selection, go ahead and click on the timestamps down below in the description box and choose the corresponding timestamp for your pile. And I'll see you on the other side. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to today's tarot reading. We're going to go ahead and reveal your cards. So we have the 7 of Cups, 4 of Coins, Page of Wands, 2 of Coins, 7 of Wands, 3 of Coins, and 5 of Coins. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is the 7 of Cups, which represents your past. You may have been someone who has been confused about what you want to take on in life, what your life purpose is, or what your path is really going to be. It seems to me, I'm also sensing that for some of you, and again, this is a group reading, so this might not resonate all completely, but for some of you, I'm sensing that you grew up in a very lavish lifestyle and that you've probably had to make a few sacrifices about that as of recent. Um, I'm also sensing some confusion, some overwhelm with the overall situation that you had as well. Now, in the current situation or the present, we have the present situation, and this is you. This represents you. So, I'm sensing for some of you that because you've had more of a lavish lifestyle, or you're not necessarily lavish, but you're used to having more in your life, it seems to me that during this time, it's been a little bit difficult for you with the Four of Coins, that you've kind of been holding on to your possessions more often so, and kind of hoarding it all together. There seems to be this sense of overprotection for not just the material things, but you're also worried of a sense of security. You're feeling overall that security wise, you're not that comfortable about what's going on overall. I'm also seeing a vulture here. So, in my eyes, I'm seeing that you're kind of picking from the scraps, is what I'm hearing, or that people are kind of just like bullying you around in some way, shape, or form. And it's really hard for you to navigate that altogether. I'm also sensing some hardship right now. I'm sensing that you might be a single mom with some babies that you have. You might be working really hard to just try to keep things together, to protect your loved ones, your family, and you're embracing them in this warm blanket, but at the same time, you know that you're struggling, and you don't even know if like there's gonna be someone to truly help you out at this point. I'm sensing a lot of fear from you guys, and I'm so sorry you guys are going through all of this right now. These are really tough times. Okay, so the next thing that I'm seeing right here is that in your environment, you're the type of person to really never give up. Like, despite all your hardships, despite like everything that life throws at you, you've always been this type of person to just put on your bootstraps and get to work. And even if you experience this more like comfortable lifestyle, you just never give up. You're also one of these people who is steadfast. So once you make a decision and you're clear about it, you just go full force on it. You're very hardworking. You have really good values when it comes to that. You're determined, you're hardworking. I'm also sensing that you work hard for what you believe in as well. I'm also sensing a change in environment right now. So you might be considering like moving, is what I'm hearing, or going to a whole different location where there's more of a different energy for you, so that you can kind of put on a different hat, is what I'm hearing. Because right now you're feeling like you're in a very dense energy level. So you're not really putting on this like confidence, and you're just really trying to keep up, trying to keep a face that you're strong, but at the same time inside you know that there's a change that needs to happen, and you're willing to do what it takes to make that change happen as well. Okay, now your biggest hope right here is that you can work through this. I'm also sensing that there's this opportunity right now to change your circumstances by doing some study, by also taking things not as seriously or as gravely as you may be putting it right now. And I know it's hard, you guys. Like, I know that sometimes situations in life just happen and you're just stuck in this rut, and it's really hard to get out of that rut. But you're really being encouraged to take things a little bit more lightheartedly, to play more, And if that means interacting with your children, if you are a single mom, do so. Get that childlike inspiration that you see in them, and apply that to yourself. So I'm also sensing and I'm hearing for some of you that you may have had to mother yourself throughout your entire life. And you guys, I know that's a challenge, that's a really big challenge, but I am seeing that you're really joyous people. If you weren't in this type of situation or this type of situation, you would typically be really joyous. And yes, there are people who are not going to agree with every single thing that you end up doing, but you got to do what's best for you. So if that means moving or working a little bit harder, but also taking on some study or discovering something that you know you've always wanted to do, but you've never really had the courage to do it. What Source is really saying is just go for it. Like, explore your passions. And it is possible to make a living doing something that you absolutely love. Okay, so in the next few weeks, I am seeing more of a change in energy, a little bit more bravery, confidence in yourself, a little bit more passion. I'm also sensing that you might be taking on a different diet, is what I'm hearing. Maybe more of a healthy diet or something, like just changing up what you're putting in your body, because that's what's going to give you the energy to move forward through all the density that you may be experiencing. Now, in long-term future-wise, you might still be feeling in moments that you're a little bit tied when it comes to finances, or that it might be a little bit hard still. But I'm also hearing that once you work through this is going to be like something that you might have to go through, or your soul needs to go through, to just really experience the polarity that you have had, or that you need in order to move forward with the extreme clarity in your life. Now let's get a little bit more of a clarity or clarifying factor about that. What does the 5 of coins mean? So I am sensing with the 5 of coins, so this is the devil that came up. You're really working through some insecurities at this moment. You're working through some possible, I'm hearing, abuse that you may have had in the past. Not just abuse physically or anything. It's more of like people bullying you. I'm just really getting a sense that you were bullied at one point, and because of that, that's why you're feeling so like scared and insecure about what's going on, because you have a lot of responsibility with you right now, or you're carrying that responsibility, but at the same time, you know that you've needed to mother yourself. So there are some things that you might need to work through, some things that you might need to let go as well. I'm hearing maybe some vices that you need to let go. I'm sensing that some of you might be smoking or drinking a little bit too excessively at this moment, and that's something that you probably need to put more attention to. If you need help, please seek out help as well. I'm also sensing that you might need to have more of an actual game plan about this. So have more of a clear idea of what you really want to do to move forward, because you have so much potential to do this. Like right here, I'm really seeing like you're really going to embrace those challenges. Even if it seems tough, like you're one of those people, like you work hard and you really just face those challenges head on. And even if like sometimes you're dying inside, on the outside you're like, no, I got this. So it might be a good idea to surround yourself with people that might be influencing you in a different way or putting different ideas in your mind, positive ideas, ideas for you to grow, to change, to transform. Okay. I'm also sensing that, again, you need to possibly have more of a better game plan. So write things down, you guys. Like, write your intentions down, journal those things. And that will give you the true, like, leadership that you're kind of seeking. You want to be an internal leader or a born leader, and you really want to be more of somebody to be reliable. You want to be more reliable for the people who depend on you and the people who love you the most. You also want to just embody that inner power. I'm really getting the sense of yellow or inner strength. I know that also another thing is that you want to live a more healthier lifestyle and you want to open your heart. So good job, you guys. Like, you do you. Like, I know that you can do this. Any last messages from tarot? Last messages from tarot. Another Page of Wands. So this Page of Wands came out twice. I'm really sensing that you're going to go ahead and explore your passions a lot more. You're going to have more drive, more confidence. And dude, I applaud you. Go for it. Now, a couple more messages about like how to go about this healing process. Group number 1, how to go about this healing process right now. Oh, this one's coming out pretty clearly. Okay, celebrate your progress, you guys. Celebrate your progress. Like, and even if it's just like a baby step that you're gonna be doing, plan it out. Plan out the baby steps, even if they're just baby steps in between, because every single baby step becomes an equivalent like big step or a yard or a meter or something, like with a bigger unit of measure, and then all of a sudden like you're where you need to be. So celebrate your progress, you guys. Another message from the other oracle. Dance with life. Again, that is the message. Dance with life. Like, don't take things like too crazy seriously, you guys. Like, dance with life. Be more open to just, like being a little bit more carefree and not taking things too seriously, laughing about it, and just having a good time. Okay? So that is the main message for you guys. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing week. And also another thing, if this resonated with you, I hope it really, really helped you. And if you would like to schedule a one-on-one personal reading, my information's down below on my website. It's www.thecelestialheart.love if in case you want to schedule your own reading. And again, I do tarot readings pretty often, so go ahead and hit that like button down below if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified on more of the videos that I do on a weekly basis. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys, hello, how are you doing? Welcome, group number 2. This is going to be your tarot reading on what you need to heal at this current moment. So let's go ahead and open up your cards. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups, the Hermit, the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Coins, the 10 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and finally we have the 8 of Wands as well. Okay. All right, you guys, so I am seeing with the past that you might have had to fight very deeply for the people that you love, and also for the people that you choose to be with. I'm sensing that some of you may be in the LGBTQ plus community. You might be of different cultures, and it's not like culturally accepted for you to choose the partner that you've chosen, or that you've done something like pretty taboo in your culture to the point that you're kind of being ostracized. Like, I get that this 10 of Cups typically means something a lot more prosperous, but that's really what I'm sensing out of this card. Now, you're really happy with the decisions that you've made in your life, despite the fact that some people, or AKA like your original family or your bloodborne family, might not approve of the things that you've done. You're really happy about the choices that you've made to really stand up for who you are. Okay. Now, we're gonna go to the present moment. It seems to me that you're in a little bit of a hermit mode at this moment. You see that there's a lot of darkness in the world. You're really aware of that. There's a lot of darkness in the world, and even if like things might be looking up, you're really wary of that, and you're just being a little bit more practical. So if sometimes you need to take a break from everything that's going on, that's what you've been doing. And actually, I really commend you for that. Like, not everybody really takes the time to have that personal space to take a break whenever like they feel like everything's a little bit too much for them. So your mental health is really important to you. So that's definitely something that you've been wanting to address overall. And then another thing that I'm seeing, that your current disposition right now is money, even if it's like a little tight right now, you're not really perturbed by that, or you're not really bothered by that, because for you what's important is to share what you have to the people around you, the people that matter to you the most. You're really one of those people who are generous, who's loving, who's kind, that treats everybody equally, that treats everyone with the utmost respect that you can possibly give to any other person. There's something really pure about you, and pretty innocent as well, despite all the hardships that you've been through. So that's amazing, you guys. Okay, so in the environment right now, it's a little rough, y'all. I feel like you've been feeling a little bit more kind of rock bottom at this moment. Maybe you felt like you've had to fight for being yourself throughout your entire life, and that's what you really need to heal, is the oppression that you've received from other people. One thing you really need to heal right now is feeling like that there's something wrong with you, because really there's nothing wrong with you. People don't have to like you all the time. That's something that I've been learning personally in my life. Like, I tend to be a little bit more of a perfectionist, and I try to please a lot of people, but I digress. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes there are just gonna be people who don't agree with you to the point where they just try to ruin you. And that's their perspective, and hurt people, and they probably feel the same way that you're feeling too, but they're acting on it very impulsively. And instead of like responding to it in a more logical and calm manner, they're very impulsive. And because they feel very insecure about themselves, they tend to just project that insecurity onto you, and you become like in the shit end of the stick, basically receiving the shit end of the stick, excuse my language, but you become like their punching bag in a way. And I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that. Like, that's so insane. It's something like that we just really need to heal more people in this world, so that this doesn't happen, and really need to be more kind and accepting toward one another. But again, I digress. Like, this is not like anything wrong with you. It's more like these people are very scared, lonely, and empty inside. Okay. Now, one thing that I'm seeing over here is that in your really big hope is that you're free to marry the person that you love, or you're free to just be abundant and radiantly be abundant in the way that you see fit, because you know in your heart of hearts you're not meaning to harm anyone. What you're really trying to do is just be yourself and be accepted from that. But as we all know, like, not everybody's gonna accept you for who you are, but you have to be like unapologetically just you being who you are, loving the things you do. And even if you know that there are people who don't necessarily like you, you just go ahead and you do you. You do you to the point where that overflow of loving yourself ends up becoming so positive, or such a positive thing in the world, that you just add so much value to other people as well. Okay. So in the near future, I am seeing that there are still going to be some people that want to sabotage you. There are still going to be people who want to trick you, or just really put you in a bad position. But the trick here is to really surround yourself with people who will, first of all, give you sound advice. Second of all, do your best on your own time to forgive them before they even do anything wrong, because you're releasing that energetic hook that people have on you. And by doing so, you're able to move on, and they can end up just moving forward with their lives as well, because they know that you're not responding or reacting in the way that you used to, in a defensive manner. So go ahead and forgive your enemies before they even cause harm. And that might be a daily practice for you, but it's something that I think that's pretty feasible. Okay, now in the long-term future, I am seeing that at one point you just really won't, like, it won't bother you as much anymore. You're gonna move forward, and I'm sensing a lot more like a lot more of this willpower and this strength that's undeniable. Like, this fiery energy that's just somebody who won't take crap from other people at all. So keep working on yourself, keep working on your insecurities, do some shadow work and such. Let's get you some advice from the tarot, the other set of tarot cards. Okay, Queen of Wands, y'all. So act on it. So act on the things that you love to do, and just approach everything with more creativity, more passion. For some of you, I am sensing that you might want to do something related to music to get more inspiration out of life. Seven of Cups. So with this one, I'm seeing if you're interested in any particular hobbies and they're piquing your interest, go ahead and take a look into that. Go ahead and look into those more creative pursuits. I'm also seeing like thinking of doing some business here, maybe a small business venture of some sort. I just heard jewelry right now, so whoever needed to hear that, like, if you want to start a jewelry business or work in that sense, like, go ahead and do that. I'm also hearing antiques, so jewelry and antiques. So if ever there are like some crafty people out there, or people who just want to explore more of those options, it's not impossible, you guys. Like, there's really a lot to learn, and yes, you need to act on it, but go for it, you guys. I'm also seeing the 10 of Wands over here. So in this particular 10 of Wands, there are a lot of specific things happening around you. I'm seeing some opportunities. Yes, like, you might feel like these can kind of be overwhelmingly like somewhat of a burden, because these are ventures that are completely new to you, but these are also really big opportunities that you can dive into individually. But what piques your interest the most? Like, if you need to write that down, you guys. Okay. And lastly, Two of Cups. So I am sensing some solidification of love in the air. I'm sensing that whoever loves you or whoever you're falling in love with, they really adore you. It's a respectable partnership somewhere where you're giving and taking equally, a good equal exchange of energy, not just equal but like quality exchange of energy. There's really some love, some passion, some respect over there as well. You guys are moving towards the right direction. This is a good sign. This is a good omen for you guys. And let's get some advice from the oracle cards. Okay. Again, progress is also came out in the last one, so celebrate your progress. I apologize about that. Celebrate your progress. Celebrate your baby steps and know that you're doing your best to actually do that and progress and receive healing. So this might be something where because you've put your guard up for so long, you don't know who to trust. But honestly, put it out into the universe to find people who truly want to heal you or to truly want to be there for you. If you are part of the LGBTQ community, I am also sensing to reach out to those groups because these are people who have gone through what you have gone through as well, and they're really capable of supporting you towards your big transitions, especially if you're watching this at a time of the pandemic. Like, you might be experiencing this thing where you've been in the closet for so long and you don't really know how to move forward from that, or maybe you have already came out and it wasn't received in the way that you've been longing for that news to be received by your loved ones. Reach out to those communities because they're really going to be the ones to heal you, to help you, to gather in order to put you in the right place. Okay, guys? The other oracle here. Transformation. So you guys, there's so many things that you're going through on a deep cellular level. I am also sensing some changes in your actual mental health and well-being. You're really transforming as a person, and you're really putting yourself in a place where you're not taking shit from anyone anymore and you're just being unapologetically you. And what you're really trying to heal right now are just a little bit more of those insecurities that you may have like lingering. So really take that hermit mode that you are in right now and fully like figure out what you want to get out of this. Like, put your intentions out because right now you are transforming on a cellular level. And another confirmation, you guys, you're already doing it. It says stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. So just go for it, you guys. Whatever you're trying to like go for, if that's the business venture, if that's like leaving your family who doesn't like really accept you for who you are, finding your own soul tribe, like you're already doing it. So take one step after another and just keep going. I'm so proud of you. Mwah. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening in on this. If you like this reading, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. It really helps this channel a lot. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click that notification bell to be notified on more videos that I do on a weekly basis. And if you are interested in a one-on-one reading, go ahead and visit my website, www.thecelestialheart.love. And I wish you all the best, all the healing vibes, and I love you. Bye. Okay, group 3, welcome to your tarot reading for this week. Let's go ahead and get started. This is what you need to heal right now. What you need to know about what you need to heal right now. So we have the Sun, the 9 of Coins, the Ace of Coins, ooh, the 3 of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune, and lastly, the Fool. Okay. All right, guys. So I am seeing with the Sun right now that you've always had this beautiful sense of self. Like you've always known who you are at a deeper level. You've also been this person who's been ambitious, who has been strong, has been someone who also wants to help heal people, is what I'm hearing. You're someone who wants to be there to help others step into their own power, and be like the sun, because you know that everyone has that potential. So that's so beautiful, you guys. So, in the present moment, hmm, in the present moment, it's looking like things are really good for you at this moment. It really seems that you have this great sense of community, this great sense of love, compassion, this sense of really feeling supported by your soul sisters, your soul tribe. It seems like you've already done a lot of healing, is what I'm hearing. With the Nine of Coins, I'm also seeing that you know what abundance is like. You're a really powerful manifester. And it's easy for you to share because you're already filling things from your own cup. You're already like giving from the overflow of your own cup. I am sensing this potential worry that things might not be as good as they have been, is what I'm hearing. I'm sensing that there's also this worry that like when it comes to financial matters, you might not feel like it's always gonna be like this. But again, you are a powerful manifester, is what I keep hearing, that like you're a really powerful manifester. So you don't really need to worry. It just might be the climate at this moment. Because when it comes to the environment, what I'm seeing is the environment right now, things might be feeling like it's so upside down. There's so many things going on in the world. There's a lot of thorns. So I think it's because like even if things are going well for you, you're so empathic to the point where you're worried about other people. And that's a great sign because in a way like you're just a normal human being who truly cares about people. You're also feeling a little bit drained by everything that's going on right now, is what I'm seeing. So the message for you is that yes, your life is going like so well. You know what abundance is like. You know how to claim abundance in your life. At the same time, it is not your responsibility or your job to take everything on in the world, because that is truly affecting your energy. It's making you feel a little bit topsy-turvy at this moment. But the true answer to this, or what you need to do, is really maintain your state of being, in being that beautiful, generous person that you have been, by being this wonderful, empathic person that you have been. Continue maintaining that state of being, and despite everything that's going on in the world and all the challenges and the thorns, is what I'm hearing. All the thorns that you might be stepping on, they're just kind of part of the natural order of things in a way, because these are just life lessons that are happening for the collective, but it is not your job to take it all on. What you're really being encouraged to do right now is just maintain your state of being that beautiful person that you are, full of love, joy, and light. And that doesn't mean that you can't help people. Like, what that means is, even if things are going on around you, it's really important for you to protect your energy while you're helping people, because that's truly what's gonna start healing the world on a collective level. I really am sensing that you're a light worker of some sort, or that you're someone who's just really giving and compassionate. Okay. Now, when it comes to your biggest hope or fear, um, your biggest hope is that you're able to fully continue on this path and be ready, like be constantly ready for whatever life has to throw to you. Your biggest fear is that everything, all the beautiful things that have happened in your life won't really last forever, and that things may take a turn for the wrong. But I am really sensing like some true like new beginnings in your life. And obviously like these fears are pretty valid. Like it we all have chapters in our life, and nothing like lasts forever. Like the only thing that really the only thing that's not changing is change itself. And that, you're aware of that. But your biggest fear is that you won't be ready for those changes. But again, if you maintain like your state of being, of who you have been throughout your life, your beautiful, courageous, compassionate, forgiving, loving nature, that will really help you with whatever's about to happen. Because I do sense that like fate is about to take its turn. Like there's some new energy coming your way. I am sensing some new abundance or new ways of making money, which is great. Another thing that I'm sensing is that it's the Fool, the first card of the major arcana. So I truly am sensing that things are going to happen for you where you're looking out into the world and you're trying to figure out like how are you going to respond to the things happening, and just entirely new changes and new goals overall, and it's nothing to be scared about if you're just continue being you. Let's get some more clarity from the other tarot deck here. What does group number 3 need to heal right now? Okay, I'm just pulling all the cards all together. I am sensing some conflict that you've had like in your family before. You might be a little bit afraid of like the future, because you've sensed some like conflict in your family before. I don't know why, but I'm sensing some loss for some of you. You might have had to deal with the loss of a loved one or the loss of a family member, somebody who was really close in your childhood, somebody who you really looked up to in your childhood. I'm also sensing that you may have had conflict with a few family members, or that your family overall has been this thing where there are some people who are kind of more, I guess, domineering than the others, or some people who kind of hold the familial unit on a powerful level. And there are some energetic attachments to that. I'm sensing some harsh words that may have been said along the way. I'm also sensing some things that have happened that just kind of happened without like really figuring out the gravity of the situation. So some people may have been oppressed through this process of this power struggle. But what I'm really seeing is that because you're this person who is like so giving, or like has a very loving heart, you've been able to kind of navigate that. And you've been able to really like be the calm for a lot of people in this situation. Again, I think one of the things that you need to release at this moment is the fact that you can't really take on everybody else's burden or everybody else's problems, okay? All right, some more advice from the oracle here. You need to get out or heal for group number 3. Yeah, I think it's a lot of maintenance for you. So you're being really called to meditate or harness more energy in the morning, I'm hearing, or at night. Harness more energy in the morning or at night before you go to sleep so that you don't end up taking on everybody else's burden. Reawaken. So whatever childhood dreams that you may have had in the past, it's time for you to kind of explore that. I don't know why, but I'm sensing that some of you may have also lost someone in your family who was younger. So a younger family member or someone who died like suddenly, either a cousin, a brother, or like a younger sister or something like that. But somebody who died like unexpectedly. I feel like it's something that has been kind of lingering in the air that you might have been grieving from. So it's definitely, give yourself some time to do that. Like maybe that's why you need to rest, you need to meditate. You really need to give yourself the time to grieve. And another thing is reawaken like your childhood passions. And I'm going to pick one more card from the other oracle deck here. It's taking a while. There we go. Transformation. It's another one that also popped up in the other reading, which is kind of crazy. And the ever unfolding rose. So things are happening for you. Things are transforming for you. And again, like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool, I am seeing, again, some new beginnings. You've had a good run as of recent on a personal level. And it's time for you to come across like new changes, new beginnings on an internal level and an external level as well. And whatever you're feeling internally is what is going to be manifesting out. So it's really important for you to clear all those things that you've been holding like a sponge, like an energetic sponge, the things that you've been holding that belong to other people. Please release that. Please like wish them back to the light or like intend for those things to go back to the light, because it is not your job to be that energetic sponge. It is your job to simply be you and help people along the way. Okay, that is the main message. Things are happening for you. There's new changes, new beginnings. So I'm really excited for you, group number 3, and I hope you really like this reading and that it helped in any way, shape, or form. If you did like it, please go ahead and hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified on the videos that I'm going to be doing on a weekly basis. And another thing is, if you really resonated with this reading and would like more clarity on what you might need to heal on a personal level, the door is always open. You can go ahead and visit my website at www.thecelestialheart.love to book your own personal reading, and I would be really happy to assist you with that. So have an amazing day, and you're amazing. I love you, and bye. Okay, guys, if you chose pile number 4, this is your tarot reading about what you need to heal at this current moment. So let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, we have the Queen of Swords, the King of Cups, the Magician, the Hierophant. Oh, so many majors and court cards going on here. Hierophant, 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and 9 of Swords. Ooh, okay. So right off the bat, I'm really getting that in the past you've had issues with mother figures who are really strong, quick-witted, strong personality, like intense female figures in your life who have been somewhat ruthless. I'm getting tiger mom energy for some of you. I'm getting some people who are just really rooted in their culture or in their beliefs that have held them to their culture to the point where they're a little bit unbudgeable. They won't really budge in their stance. And this has been an intense experience for you overall. Okay. Um, I am also sensing that with that mother figure, there may have also been some father figures in your life that have kind of contributed to the mother figure being the way that they are um, at this current moment. Because what I'm sensing for a lot of you is you may have had a father figure or a masculine figure in your life where um, they kind of became a little bit too, I would say, like, they kind of messed around. For a lack of a better term, they kind of mess around, and they may have hurt your mother figure to the point where, like, your mother figure ended up feeling betrayed or feeling really like that they had to put a guard up. And so this father figure has kind of been this person who, if you approach them, like, they're very caring and loving towards you, but at the same time, like, they have a lot of their own insecurities, and they have ended up, like, hurting your mother figure because of all the crazy stuff that they ended up doing, or the things that they just did because, some people end up doing what they do. This might also be not necessarily like, mother and father. This also might be like opposite genders. So some people have more of like a masculine vibe, and some people may have more of like a feminine vibe. So it might be that this is the father or this is the mother, if that makes any sense at all. But yes, it's been a complicated dynamic in your life, to say the least. And you, in the midst of all this, you have been someone who knows what it's like to have this dynamic in your life play out. So you've been a little bit more kind of seeking answers or seeking the truth of what or of how to treat people better. You've been doing that for yourself. So you've been really this person who seeks out mentors, seeks out teachers, a person who really seeks out like their own truth and their own like way of wanting to be. You haven't let this past define you. You haven't let that situation define you. In fact, it's something that you learned from, and you decided to move on in life by fully like embracing your potential as somebody who's more like spiritual, or somebody who's more rooted in their values and their morals. So good for you. I am sensing with the environment right now some success coming your way, a little bit more confidence in the person that you would like to become. I'm also sensing some job opportunities coming your way, maybe a promotion, leadership role. There's a lot of support for you in this. I'm also sensing that you might be moving. There's a possibility for travel, possibility of like moving forward, moving out of your house, even for some of you, is what I'm hearing. So moving out of your house, even potentially getting a pet. I'm hearing like a dog or a cat to move out with, to have as a companion, because what you're doing right now is building your ideal set of people around you, or the ideal environment around you, to really feel empowered and encouraged as a human being. So good for you for doing that. Okay. Now with your biggest hope is that despite everything you've seen and you've experienced in your household or in your life, you want to be this person who has an open heart, who is willing to really give to others, especially when needed. You want to be in this situation where there's a lot of love and life and entertainment in your family, or in your life in general, in your friendships, in the people you surround yourself with. That's really your biggest hope, is for you to maintain that state of being throughout your life. Now, in the near future, I'm seeing that you're going to be able to, number one, really call in the things that you want to experience into your life. So, really be able to manifest those experiences. I'm sensing this. You're really creative. So, you're really somebody who is able to transform one thing into another, and make that shine and have a lot more value than its original value or intent was. So you're really this person who's an artist, who's capable of like transforming things into beauty and into love. But I am seeing in long-term future here is that you're really trying to be like this mediator, in your familial life, in this type of person who's like a mediator, and you might end up kind of feeling that burden, or feeling like there's just a lot of things going on that you can't really control, and you might be feeling a little bit of like heartbreak in the midst of all of this. But let's give you some advice if in case you encounter this specific thing. Okay. A lot of swords coming through, you guys. Okay. Okay, so what I am sensing here is, as the mediator in this particular situation, there might be some things that are burdening you, or like that are really like crossing your mind, a little bit of mental turmoil keeping you up at night. It might be the case where you have to deal with this sort of thing, but you're really being called to find a happy place, or a place internally. Okay, whether that be an external place, your happy place, or internally, where you can really rest. Aside from rest, you can also really look at all the turmoil happening in your life and say like, okay, why are these things happening? What is it doing for me? How am I able to move myself out of this situation, but not only out, but also how am I going to be a better person because of this situation as well? I'm sensing that you might be in this position also, where you're learning how to, like all the mistakes that you've seen in your past, whether that might be like something that you're experiencing or people around you, all the mistakes that have happened in your past is something that really keeps you grounded as a person currently, and it really keeps you motivated to continue working to be a better person in all aspects, in your love life, in your career, and also just like on a personal like character development level. Like you want to be this person who really continues learning and overcoming those things, and just knowing that in your nature you're an abundant person, or you're this person who is capable of manifesting that abundance with the magician right here. And with the Eight of Cups, I am seeing that if you need to remove yourself out of that situation by like moving, changing your environment, or even just protecting your space where, okay, yes, that's happening, but I am really not capable of like, helping right now. Don't feel guilty about that. But if you are ready to help and ready and willing to just be there for other people as they're going through some turmoil, go ahead and do that. Now, if you're the one who's going through some turmoil because of some things or external things in your life, or even like, for some of you, I'm sensing that there might be a little bit of like a rocky moment in your relationship, um, your your love life. There might be this thing where it's something that you might have been ignoring, but might need to get acknowledged at one point in your relationship with your loved one. Don't be afraid of it. It has to come out in some way, shape, or form. Don't be afraid of it, and just really come at it from a place of like love and understanding. And if it's a little too much, then, and if you need to like take some time away from one another, that's completely okay. Like, if that's what's needed. Let's get some oracle cards for you guys. Okay. So give back. If your cup is full, give back, especially to those in your life who might need it the most, and reawaken. So if there are certain things that, certain like childhood hobbies, or certain things in your life that you might want to explore again, go ahead and do so. And get clear on what you want. I'm hearing for you guys as well. I'm seeing for you guys. Write it down, jot it down. If there's inspiration that comes through, trying to give you clues on like your next steps in life, don't ignore that. Okay. And tune into your heart. That's another big thing. Again, if you need time off to contemplate in certain things, if you feel like, yes, there are some aspects of your life that are full, but there are some that are just kind of empty at this moment, like tune into your heart, your own heart, to determine what you need to do for you to move forward from that situation. Okay. All right, group number 4, I hope this reading helped and that you liked it. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. It helps this channel a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified on every single video that I do in the next couple of weeks. And again, if you would like to have your own personal reading done and you resonated to this reading, the door is always open. My website is www.thecelestialheart.love. Go ahead and click on book a reading, and you will be prompted on what to do from then on. Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at www.thecelestialheart@gmail.com. Okay. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye.